How is the next woman supposed to understand that there is someone out there that I'm just gonna love forever?
Just because I love you doesn't mean I'm in love with you.
Yeah, but you said it differently. You're a high income earner.
I could say that. Yeah.
You could say that.
I could say that.
Would the IRS say that?
We're live, right? When I'm dating, I'm very transparent about where I'm at in the situation. So yes, I said I was dating the person, but I'm also very transparent about the fact that this person knows that I'm also dating other people.
Ew.
Look, I'm gonna give you a very strong statement. This is truly just how I feel.
Were you dating when you initially opened the bar?
I was coming out of a situationship.
When you're on a date with somebody, what's a question that you think you should ask, but you don't because either you think it's inappropriate or you don't want to kill the vibe?
That's a hard question to ask, but I don't know.
Let me sip my wine. Hey, you guys. Welcome to our new show. And by our, I am talking about me, Donnie Wiggins, and my co-host, David Shands, of our new show, The Exit Interview. Now, we're getting all in the business of entrepreneurs right now, Atlanta-based entrepreneurs who are single, trying to figure out why, and ultimately trying to see if we can hook some people up. This is the spot where everybody is going to come. We're just getting started, but I'm confident, Zell, that this is the spot that everybody's gonna come. And if you're looking for love from a good catch, you'll find them here on The Exit Interview. Today, I have Corinthian Lyles.
What's going on?
Super entrepreneur.
Something like it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so y'all should know, I don't know anything about these guests, and I'm going to be asking the questions that y'all should be asking on the first 3 dates. I want to get all into your business. Is that cool?
That's cool.
Tell me a little bit first about what you do.
I'm a hospitality owner and operator, and then I also own a exotic and economy rental car agency.
I see you on Instagram showcasing the cars and all the things all the time.
Correct.
When you say hospitality, is this hotels? Is this restaurants?
So I have a very large restaurant and nightlife background. So I've been in that business that's where I'm a master of my craft, 10,000 hours. That's what I've been doing for the last 12 years.
12 years in nightlife. Is that why you're single?
It pays. It definitely contributes. Sometimes I feel like it contributes. The older I get, the less I'm, active in the business. So it actually kind of opens things up a little bit, but it could be a little bit of a contributing factor.
I would imagine so. You're in the streets late at night with all these beautiful women in Atlanta. You can't tell me that you're not tempted and it's interfering with real love.
I think sometimes it does. I think I've been a little bit more disciplined these last couple of years. At least the last year and a half, 2 years maybe. I've been a little bit more disciplined. So, yeah, I might pop in once a weekend, be outside just a little bit on the weekend, nothing too crazy. I'm still trying to adjust that hours thing though.
Okay.
I'm still trying to get home at a decent time.
You're still trying to get home at a decent time. Now, you said that you are more disciplined now in the last 2 years than you were previously.
Oh yeah.
Were you a cheater?
No. So me and my business partner, we bought a bar this year, it'd be 5 years ago.
Okay.
That first 2.5, 3 years, we could just say I didn't know how to act.
No. We can't just say it. You got to tell me what that means. What does not knowing how to act mean?
I was just partying. I was having too much fun. Multiple nights a week. I'm out 3-4 nights a week, all night. And I was just enjoying it, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then I kind of took a step back, got back on my physical health journey, got back in the gym, which means I had to be a little bit more disciplined about, what I consume, what I eat, how much I may partake in drinking on the weekends. So now just it got to a point where it's just okay, cool, I might pop out once a week, twice a week. I got weeks where I don't go to the bar at all. So,
were you dating when you initially opened the bar?
I was coming out of a situationship when I first got it, and then I went into a short-term relationship in that maybe in right after year one, going into year two.
How do you come out of a situationship? Because a situationship isn't much of anything. There's no expectations. You just
Well, a situationship is situational, so it depends on the situation. It kind of depends on the situation.
Okay. What was the situation?
Someone was invested in me, and I wasn't invested in them, and they were in a relationship that I didn't really like. Even to this day, I don't even consider that like a relationship I've been in for real.
You mentioned it.
Even though, well, it was context to answer the question. That's the only
Okay.
reason. Otherwise, I wouldn't have.
Okay.
Like, even when I got casted on TV, I didn't talk about that one.
Let's talk about that because you have been in these reality dating TV streets.
Yes.
Is it to find love or was it for exposure?
Honestly, it was genuinely to find love. Both time, first time was coin flip, but the second time I was actually being very genuine. So like, if you actually watch those episodes and even the feedback that I got after the fact, like you could tell that like I was actually there for love. Like I was actually looking for something. That's why I was kind of chill.
You're a high income earner.
I could say that. Yeah,
You could say that.
I could say that.
Would the IRS say that?
We're live, right?
Because I'm wondering why reality TV to find love? Like you're in Atlanta and they say that there's 30 women to every man. And
That is true.
okay, so
Very
why
much
not
true.
just go outside and pick?
I think that those were opportunities that I didn't go out and seek. So for both times that I ended up on a reality show, it was because someone came to me, you know, a casting director, someone came to me and was like, hey, you want to do this show? And I was like, sure.
Okay.
I was like, why not? Let's see what happens. I used to be in film and television a long time ago.
Okay.
So I was just like, all right, cool.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. I can afford to take the time to go do it. So I was like, why not? See what
Okay.
happens.
Context clues, ladies. Now, here's the thing. Remember, I am asking the questions that y'all don't be asking, but you should be asking. Or not even questions that you should be asking, but Corinthian, we all have like these thoughts when you go on a date with somebody. Like I'm sure you've been on a date with somebody that you thought was super dope, but you held back on certain questions, but you went back to your homeboy and was like, yo, she's super dope. I wonder if.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
When you're on a date with somebody, what's a question that you think you should ask, but you don't because either you think it's inappropriate or you don't want to kill the vibe?
You know, I usually figure that out after the fact. Now that you're putting me in a spot and asking me to figure that out, I'm just like, I think it depends on the person and what happened and how the date went.
Okay.
Because sometimes for me, it's more of a like, when it's a question that I should have asked and I realize it after the fact, it's because I deducted something from the conversation and I said, I should have expounded on that more to really figure out like where her head is at. A lot of times it's probably more so about trauma for me. It's like, what have you been through? Because that's what I experience a lot in dating. It's like, what have you been through? And based off what you have been through, are you able to deal with me?
So the answer to that question matters.
Yeah.
There are some experiences that women have gone through that you wouldn't be willing to work with?
Not necessarily, yes, but more so lets me know how to handle them. You know what I'm saying? In a situation, how do I need to adapt and how do I need to handle them based off what they've been through? Like, what do I have to be patient with? I learned I learned a lot of that from my last relationship, actually. That's where I really learned that from. It's like what I could have better handled situations that we went through that I deducted were based off of things that she had went through in her past and I had went through in my past.
How long have you been single?
Now, since we're in 2026, so January, February 2025.
So a little more than a year, about a year and a half. Are you over that situation?
Yeah, I'm over the situation. I've come to terms with the situation.
Oh, you've come to terms with it.
Yeah, I've come to terms with
Who
it.
broke up with who?
I think she broke up with me.
Ooh, you got dumped.
Yeah, doesn't happen often. So actually, I was like, okay, it's the first time for everything, I guess. I guess it's the first time for everything. But you know, it's funny. And what I learned from it, for me, it was like, you know, I actually usually am the one that walks away. So it made me reflect a lot more because I wasn't the one who walked away first. She was the one who walked away first. So it made me like sit back and look at myself a little bit more and say, okay, what did I do wrong? Or not even necessarily wrong. How could I have handled that situation better?
How could you have handled it better?
Ooh. Well, one, that was a very unique relationship. That was the oldest I've ever dated at the time.
What was the age gap? How many years?
13?
13.
13 or 15? 13 to
13
15.
to
I might have 15. I
15.
think it was 15. I think it was 15. Yeah.
Do you have mommy issues?
No, not at all, actually. My parents are actually happily married, but they're also 12 years apart. So I guess that kind of plays that like has never bothered me.
Is your mom older?
No, my dad's older.
Okay, so they're 12 years apart.
Yeah.
You've seen an age gap relationship be successful.
Yeah, my whole life.
And you're good with that.
So yeah, it doesn't really make a difference to me.
Okay, so what could you have done better in that situation?
I probably could have grew a little faster. Yeah, for sure. Because she, like me, is a high income entrepreneur, like actually super high income entrepreneur.
You like that she was a super high income entrepreneur.
It didn't really matter to me. You know?
I'm gonna put a pin in that. We're coming back to that.
Fine.
You could have grown a little faster.
I could have grown a little faster. I think I could have processed how she felt about certain things a little bit better. I could have been a little bit less defensive in certain regards based off certain conversations and situations that we went through. Mm-hmm. I could have definitely been less defensive. I think that me reacting a little bit defensively, because I do remember like one of those key conversations being, a situation where she had an issue and I had a flashback. And I reacted based off the flashback that I had from something I had been through previously, kind of like a PTSD moment. Mm-hmm. It was like a PTSD moment. And I think that was like the first straw that started to break the camel's back, to be honest. As I think about it in hindsight, that was like the first thing that kind of sent things starting to go downhill.
Would you say that in that moment she needed a safe space or a soft place to land, and you weren't that soft place to land?
I think in certain conversations, for sure, I know for a fact that there were certain things that she would bring to me, and no, I wasn't a soft space to land in those conversations. And I easily could have been, and I didn't even realize that till a little bit while later, which I was able to be accountable about it, but it was too late by then.
But in real time, it triggered you.
Yes. So the things that she had issues with triggered me, and then the things that I could have been a little bit more soft space to land for her, I wasn't paying attention.
Well, what if she sees this interview, this conversation, and she says, I appreciate you saying that. Let's try again.
It's funny because I love her forever, so I will love her forever.
Hold on.
So that's a hard question to ask, but I don't know.
Let me sip my wine.
I don't know. I think that'll be but I'm a lover boy, so you'll learn that about me. It's like, just because I love you don't mean I can be with you.
No. Because how is the next woman supposed to receive that and accept that? You've said it now, and I'm sure this isn't your first place or time saying that. How is the next woman supposed to understand that there is someone out there that I'm just going to love forever?
Well, I feel like it's okay to love people as a person. Just because I love you doesn't mean I'm in love with you.
Yeah, but you said it differently. I said
it was intended the way I just described it.
But let me tell you how you said it.
How did I say it?
I said, if she says that she saw this conversation and said, let's try again, would you be interested? And you said,
well, I didn't get to finish the answer.
Well, I'll love her forever.
I made that face?
Yes.
Did I?
It was very much a she can still have me.
I would consider it. Let's put it that way. I would consider it.
Okay.
Because that was the follow-up answer. It's like, I would consider it. Because usually, like, if you ask me about the relationship before that, I'd be like, yeah, absolutely not. And the one before that, absolutely not. Mm-hmm. I'm very good at cold turkey. I'll never speak to you again.
But this most recent ex from just 16, 18 months ago, you would consider getting back with her.
Yeah, I would.
So why not just do it? Why not just go back and say, you know what? I've grown. Let's try this again.
Because I don't think that she'll receive that, honestly. Like, I don't think that she'd even want to do that again. Because we also realize that we're in two different places in our lives as well at the same time.
Do you have children?
I do not.
A woman who is 13 years older than you is probably not interested in having children. I can't speak for every woman, but just generally speaking.
So those are things. So I'm very analytical. So especially when I date older women, I do look at the logistics of things. I have to. And those are some of the logistics where it's like two different places in our lives where you could make the logistics work if you really, really want to, Like there were conversations, we had conversations about how we would go about that if we want to have kids or things like that. But like, you have to be at a certain level of caring about a person to even consider that. Because that was the first time in my life I even considered alternative options other than traditionally just having kids.
Like adoption?
I would go surrogacy first. I need my genes.
Okay. So you want kids?
Absolutely.
You absolutely want kids?
Absolutely.
Do you have any now?
No.
So you want kids. Generally, do you find yourself more attracted to older women, or does it matter?
It actually became situational. Let me rephrase that. Not really situational. It was more of it's easier to connect with more mature women. I found it easier for me to connect because I've gone, as you know, 13, 15 years older, and the youngest I've gone is like 6 years younger. And every time I go younger, it just never works for me. Or it's a struggle, or I find myself holding back, or it's like there's a disconnect for me in there. I go older, it's always been a lot more relatable for me. Mm-hmm. Just because I guess I kind of got an old soul. Like my dad is 72 years old.
Okay.
So like I said, I have a brother who just turned 51 and a sister turned 48 yesterday.
Okay.
So I grew up with older siblings. I grew up with older parents, and even my aunts and uncles. I just come from a really strong family background, and everybody's a little bit older. Mm-hmm. So for me, I just found myself being able to relate a little bit more. And I've had to mature a lot just because of what I've been through in life and in business. I matured a lot faster in a dating sense than probably a lot of my friends too.
So this is completely contradictory to what people say on the internet, right? Mm-hmm. So I have these conversations with what I do. I talk to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. And what the internet will tell you is that as women age, they lose their value, and no high value man, high income earning man who's attractive, who could literally have anybody he wants an older woman. Mm-hmm. They want younger. If I post something, for example, the first episode that I posted of this, I posted some clips that were pretty salacious, and there were all these guys in the comments saying, this is why I date younger, because older women, are set in their ways and this, that. But then here you are, who we'll find out, who seems to be a high value man. Mm-hmm. We're still going to find out about that, ladies. But you're saying like, no, I want a more mature connection.
So I think two things can be true at the same time.
Okay.
So is it true that the older, and not even just for women, a person gets,
okay,
any adult, the older an adult becomes, the more quote unquote stuck in their ways that they are. Mm-hmm. Meaning it's harder to change certain habits that you have. Mm-hmm. And that's true.
Okay.
Now, understanding that fact on the opposite side of it and understanding how to navigate it, it's more about, I honestly hate social media, society, the internet, ways of how they say things should go, because 90% of the time they're wrong. Mm-hmm. So saying that, they don't want an older woman or an older woman because that's the way you ask. Saying that a younger man doesn't really want an older woman, or that's why I always date younger. Yes, if you understand how to deal with a person and handle them and be their safe space, as we've said before, then it doesn't really matter. That's why I said it kind of matters on how you perceive it and are able to adapt to it. Mm-hmm. Like, how are you able to adapt once you realize what this person has been through? How can you adapt and how to handle them better based on what they've been through? And I learned, like I said, that's what I learned a lot about from that relationship.
Yeah.
Now, can you get in a situation, or, can you be in a dating situation where you see what a person's been through and then just already know that this isn't going to work? Absolutely. I do it all the time. I do that all the time, where I just meet women, and it's like, initially it's like everything's cool, and then I have like a 3-minute conversation. I realize it's like, yeah, baby, you are gorgeous, you're bad, but like I can't do nothing with you.
In 3 minutes.
I can't do nothing with you.
In 3 minutes, you can figure that out.
I just do it all the time. Like, I've been fortunate enough in my life that I get enough attention where it's just like the surface doesn't matter to me. And I think that's what maybe makes me different.
Okay.
And I'm just being honest. Like, look, I didn't ask to be born. This is how God decided to design me.
He said, listen, I'm fine. I didn't ask for that. I have the light eyes and the nice hair and all the things. I didn't ask for that, but you have it.
I mean, I'm just honest about my reality. Just being transparent. I like the way you put that. Yeah, I'm honest about my reality. And because as I grew up, like, it's funny you say that because when I was a kid, my mom said, you're never going to be able to date a woman that's not as pretty as you. And I was a kid. I was like, what's that even mean? That doesn't make any sense. The older I get, the more that made sense. And it has nothing to do with, it really didn't have anything to do with looks. It was more so about, you're going to get a certain type of attention for the rest of your life that's not going to change. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a different level of navigating the dating world and navigating than it is for somebody else or, you know what I'm saying, other people, you know what I'm saying? And I've honestly experienced that reality. So for me, I think I get enough attention organically that I have to be a little bit more intentional about deciphering myself through it. You know, like saying, okay, cool. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get this attention, but it's like, okay, yeah, I have all these options. So like, I need a deeper level of vetting. I need to vet on a deeper level. So everything surface level is like, okay, yeah, this is cool.
So
I don't really care, but I don't care.
What
like,
do you
are
base your vetting process off of? Like, give me some of the things that you look for.
I look at emotional intelligence and emotional maturity first.
Okay.
I look at how secure a woman is as well, and secure with herself and her surroundings and her life and her situation. I look at trauma, what you've been through. I want to know where you are and what you've been through and how you've grown through that, if you've even taken the time to grow through that. I look at your understanding of what my life is like, because it's a little bit different. So I look at that as well. I really just want to know what your mind is like. And I also look at like your morals and how you grew up and who you are as a person. Like that really, really matters to me.
The most underrated business growth strategy isn't marketing, it's actually proximity.
Who you're around creates who you are. And that may be the biggest issue in your business right now.
Imagine being in a circle, an environment full of entrepreneurs who are looking to start, grow, and scale their business just like you, where the conversations are elevated, the focus is intense, and we are getting clear on where we are and where we are trying to go.
This isn't just about Donnie and I. This is about us creating an environment where you can grow, collaborate with other people. You never know. In this circle, your next business partner, your next person is going to take you to the next level, may be in the circle, and they're waiting on you.
But you have to be in the circle. So this is us inviting you to join us in the Social Proof Circle. This is a community for entrepreneurs who are looking for personal development, professional development, and financial development. This is the year, this is the season where it all goes up for you. Join us in the circle. Click the link wherever you see it.
Right now.
Are these all things that you're finding out on a first date or 1 through 3 dates?
No, I'm a firm believer that I'm going to get the representative for at least 3 to 6 months, but you can only give me your representative for so long before I figure out who you actually are. So I have to take that time.
Yeah, I hear that, and I agree with that. But I think that there are some connections where I tend to gravitate toward connections where it feels like you are who you are just out of the gate. Like there's some people you meet and you're like, dang, it feels like we've known each other forever.
Yep.
And I tend to prefer those type of connections. So I ask the good questions right out of the gate, but I'm learning that many people don't. Like for women, I think many women want to know that they'll be safe in this relationship. For women who are Christian women, at least, I can't speak for everyone, but they want to know that they are dating a man who follows God. They want to know that they are dating a man who is safe to be led by, and that's like a really big deal. And then a lot of women want, consider provision, and provision means different things for everybody. Not necessarily that this man pays all the bills, but how do you provide life? When we think about just those general categories, you mentioned earlier that your ex also made a lot of money. Yeah. Does that matter to you? Does it matter what women bring to the table?
Financially, no. It actually didn't matter to me at all because when we started dating, it was just, we're going to hang out. This could never be a real thing.
Because of the age gap?
A lot of different factors.
Okay.
I mean, that was the first one, obviously. That was the big obvious one. But because, there's a double standard. Like men can go significantly younger. When women go significantly younger, it looks totally different, right? But that never mattered to me. It was about who are you as a person? Like, what can you bring to the table for me that I don't get in other dating situations or versus what I'm actually looking for? So no, it doesn't really matter to me. Like I could look at you and say like, your money doesn't matter. Does it help? Can it assist? And, you know, can we grow together in certain areas based off of it? Yeah, of course. But as far as like it being a, you know, deal breaker requirement, no, I more so ask that you have a level of understanding of what it's like to be an entrepreneur in my space versus the corporate 9-to-5 lifestyle. Where, you know, I have to get up and go get it every single day versus just go clock in and it's gonna come regardless.
Yeah.
So that level of understanding, that's more so what I care about. Because it can cause a lot of strain or even, it can cause a lot of strain in a relationship if you don't understand sometimes what I'm going through. Because I mean, as a man, it's hard to be vulnerable. Like I'm a person that doesn't open up. I don't open up that quickly. I have to take my time because I have to learn that I'm also in a safe space that I can be myself and be vulnerable and let you know what's really going on with me or let you know what I'm really thinking. That's actually something I noticed from your last conversation, actually. It was about, because y'all had a clip about men opening up and being vulnerable. It was something that you said that I actually have done, where it's like, if I'm going through something, a lot of men, like me at least, if I'm going through something, I've been known to go ghost and disappear. Do you recall that conversation?
Yeah.
And as soon as I heard it, I said, I feel attacked.
You're a ghoster.
I have been, but lately in my life, I've been different. But I definitely have been because I think I lost what was going to be a really, really good relationship because that's exactly what I did.
Because of this. Okay, so let's break that down. You've said a couple of things twice, but the one thing that you said twice that stands out for me is that you really have to understand what it's like to date a man like me in my situation, my lifestyle, me being an entrepreneur. What exactly does that mean? A man like you?
I think from my experience, a man like me means I need someone who's secure because yes, I'm a socialite. Yes, I'm gonna get a lot of attention. Yes, I work in hospitality. So I'm out. I'm out and about. There's gonna be a lot of women around. It is what it is. Now, do I necessarily care? No. But as someone who's dating me, you have to also understand that for me, it's like turning a switch on and off. Like I had a situation recently with someone that, you know, I've been dating where they were upset because they were out in my realm in, you know, one of my places, and they saw me networking and moving around, working the room. They saw me working the room.
Let me get my wine.
They witnessed me working the room, and it upset them. It upset her. She was upset.
What did working the room actually look like?
I am moving around. I'm talking to different people. Yes, a lot of them are women. And that's pretty much what it was. That's pretty much what the issue was.
It's never just that. Women don't, no, it's never just that. Let me tell you how I know this happened. Okay. You're in your comfort zone. You're in your place of business or wherever you are in your environment, and you're walking around and there's a lot of hugs. And then there's a lot of women that are looking at you like this. Oh my God, yes. Yeah. And maybe you're pointing at the bar like, can I get you guys a drink? Just because this is your place, can I get you guys a drink? And absolutely not. I'm not going for any of that.
You're not going for that?
None of that. Absolutely not. Now, there's obviously protocol. There's a way that you can still be hospitable. There's a way that you can still operate in your business without being disrespectful to what you have going on.
Okay,
now,
fair enough.
Yeah, for sure, right? So if I am, because listen, back in the day, I dated one of you, all right? I dated the guy who's in nightlife and he's doing all the things. He has me tucked away in the VIP. Me and my, bring your girls out. Let me get you in the VIP, get you some bottles. And listen, don't play in my face. Okay? Like, I mean that with everything I have in me. Don't play in my face. And so from across the room, I can see this, and it's warming me up on the inside like it just happened yesterday. I can see this man, and he's across the room, and he's talking, and there's a lot of in the ear whispering, like, this is the girl, and it's him like, yes, oh, yeah. And then suddenly they're being escorted to the bar, or one of his waitresses are coming over and he's like, yeah, hook them up with whoop-de-whoop. And then the next minute I look over and that girl or those girls are in a different VIP, in a different section. And none of that. None of that is acceptable, Corinthian.
So I never said I did any of that. We're full transparency. So one, no, you're not catching whispers. Now, I'm not disrespectful. My mother raised me better than that.
Ooh.
Like, I'm not disrespectful, and I'm
Okay.
very transparent about when I'm dating. I'm very transparent about where I'm at in the situation. So yes, I said I was dating the person, but I'm also very transparent about the fact that this person knows that I'm also dating other people.
Ew.
Look, I'm gonna give you a very strong statement. This is truly just how I feel.
Okay.
I am dating for marriage, but I think dating actually means that I have to figure out I'm dating until I find the woman that I'm ready to marry.
I agree with that.
So that means I have to
Date multiple people.
I have to date multiple people.
No, I fully agree with that. If you're dating somebody, I think that you should date them all, right? I don't think you should sleep with them all.
Agreed.
Nor do I think you should have multiple of them in the same place on the same night at the same time.
Okay. I understand.
You get that?
I get that.
Yeah, for sure. So
I try my best to avoid it, but sometimes
No. Oh my God.
I try my very best to avoid it. I'm actually pretty good about avoiding it. But sometimes it is what it is. Like if I have a birthday,
Absolutely. What?
that happened once.
No.
Actually happens
See,
every
okay, so-
it happens every year on my birthday.
Remember, ladies, when I said the high value part was to be determined? Because now you have to know that that's not okay.
Yeah, I understand. Look, I never said I was perfect.
Is this the maturing that you know that you have to do?
Yeah, I think, just taking it back, jokes aside, I do a very good job, and I try my best to intentionally keep everything completely separated. Sometimes I end up in random situations where, like that particular evening, I was already out and about, and she just popped up on me. So it's like, okay, cool. I have to damage control and make sure that. Now, granted, I actually didn't have anybody else I was dating in the building that time at all.
Just
So-
a bunch of women who like you.
And sometimes it's funny because this particular situation that she was upset about, it was actually a girl that worked for me that I can, kind of tell that. Like,
Totally
likes
off.
me.
Absolutely not.
Like
No.
that. Wait, hold on real quick. The girl that worked for me just started working there and was just making conversation, introducing me to her friends.
And she would have just stopped working there.
Oh, well, so here's the thing. It's funny you say that. So one thing that I'm very disciplined. Always have them. Me and my partners, we have a strict rule. Like, we don't shit where we eat. We don't play that game. I strictly do not play that game at all whatsoever. So like, if you work for me or in that capacity, like, it's absolutely not. I don't even look at you like that, like at all. I'm gonna be nice, but like, no, it's absolutely not even a question to ask. I literally have told someone that before. I said, look, you can ride this ride, but you got to find a new job. I've said that before. Like, hey, you can find, and they usually make the right decision and keep their job. And I'll be like, okay, cool.
How am I supposed to position you right now? You can ride this ride, but you got to find a new job.
Well, I mean, that's just an interesting way of me just being transparent, like saying, like, I don't play this game. Like, this is not something I do.
You know what
work
this feels
here.
like? It feels like as long as I told her and I'm being honest, it should be fine. I'm not hiding anything.
Which part of that makes you feel that way?
So you mentioned I'm dating, and when I'm dating, I'm very open and honest about what I'm doing. I'm letting women know that
is true.
I have multiple situations going on. And if you happen to end up in the same space, you happen to end up in the same space, and there's nothing I can do about that other than a little damage control. If you ride this ride, it's cool. You just have to find a new place to work.
You're mixing two things together.
I'm saying like 3 different things, and it feels like maybe you're a person that says, as long as I'm honest, I can do what I do.
I don't think that me being honest excuses me from being responsible and accountable for certain things that I do.
Okay.
But I do think that it's a first level of transparency that opens the conversation for you in your mind to say, okay, cool, this is where he is in life and this is where he's currently going. Mm-hmm. I need to make sure that I handle myself accordingly in the situation.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Because, I mean, I find myself in situations, I don't meet women and believe that they're not dating anybody else when I decide, let's see what we can do here.
Sometimes.
And sometimes that's the case. Sometimes I'm the only person they're dating, which that can skew things a lot. But what if there's a time where it's like, yeah, well, you know, I am talking to this person, and usually the type of person I am, I'm like, yeah, that's cool, I don't care, because I'm me. If you like me, you like me, and the other guy won't matter. We do this a few dates, a couple times, that won't matter.
Are you actively dating somebody right now?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Yeah.
But you're here.
Yeah.
So that means that's not probably the one.
TBD, honestly.
But you're open.
Yeah.
So that means she's probably not the one.
I'm not gonna tell you that you're wrong.
So are you just having fun? Like,
I think so. Honestly, being transparent, I think I am. I think I'm enjoying the company and the camaraderie and the conversation and, you know, the relationship.
is that the part that you're enjoying?
I mean, I'm enjoying the other part as well.
Would
Just
you
being
say
transparent.
that you're probably leading with that part? And we're talking about sex.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
Just
for sure.
For those of you guys,
For those of you who are slow.
you can't read between the lines.
Because here's my take on it. If I were actively dating somebody that I saw a potential future in, I probably wouldn't be on a show about dating people.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
No, I know.
No. So when she sees this, because she'll see this,
Yep.
what happens? Are you going to tell her, babe, come on, like, you know, I do reality TV and stuff. This is nothing.
funny you
my
say that,
God,
'cause
because
she
that is a perfect scapegoat for you. You know, I just do this reality TV stuff. That's what you do?
No.
Is that what you do, Corinthian?
No.
How'd you get the name Corinthian?
It's the book of love of the Bible. And I live up to my name.
This is all starting to make sense now.
Why? How? Okay, I mean, I can understand why, but expound.
When I said that you could easily default to, you know, this is just what I do for exposure. I'm trying to grow the business. I want attention for the brand. This is all about my future. I know men like you.
Yeah, but I don't really use that because I don't care as much. Like, to an extent, of course, but overall, when it comes down to like being serious about like what I got going on, not really.
You don't care that much about the situation that you're in?
No, I mean, saying like me doing this, am I single? Yes. Am I trying to figure out what works for me and find my person? Absolutely. Is my current situation that right now? I'm having a hard time figuring it out. I am. I'm having a hard time figuring it out. I mean, the qualities are there, but like me just feeling the way that I felt in the past about someone that I really want to be with, I'm having a hard time figuring it out.
What's missing?
I guess that's the part that's hard to figure out.
Well, you know what's not missing.
I think, honestly, what's missing in that situation, I think the passion on my end is really missing.
Passion.
I think the passion, like, I'm a lover boy. I'm the person that, like, I want to be able to look at you and say, I can stare at you all day and never get bored. No matter how you look, no matter what you're dealing with, I just want to stare at you all day and never get bored. Because I feel like, for me, that's important for someone I want to spend the rest of my life with.
What makes you stare at a woman and not get bored?
It has nothing. It's so much deeper than how she looks and more so about just who she is as a person, how she handles things, how she handles me, how we navigate things, how we converse. You know, I want to feel the same way. I want to feel that whether we're sitting here having a deep conversation about life and, you know, all the things that actually matter, or whether we're talking about what color the sky is and things that don't matter versus, also I want to feel that same way when we're, not talking at all. You know what I'm saying? We're just sitting up, hanging out. Like, I'm doing my thing, you're doing your thing. Like, I want to have that same feeling consistently. I feel like a person that you can love and look at the same way, no matter what the circumstances are, what the situation is, like, that's really that type of passion that I'm looking for. Because that's what I see my parents have. No matter what, they're good. No matter what. No matter what's going through. Whether my mother can be mad at him right now, and it doesn't change how she feels about him overall. It doesn't change how she treats him. Like, it doesn't change. She could be upset. She's just gonna. I watch her voice herself, communicate properly. I watch him respond and understand and actually listen. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and process it, and then adjust accordingly. And 2 minutes later, everything's back the way it should be. Like, that's the type of love I'm looking for. My parents have been married for 35 years. And all my aunts and uncles have been married for 30 plus years. My grandparents were married for 50 years before my grandfather passed. So, like, this is the example I grew up with.
Yeah.
Successful long-term relationships, like successful marriages. And for me, I'm just looking for something that I can see being, not just being good now, but being good 10 years from now when we're different people, because we're consistently growing. I'm always constantly growing.
I love that. I guess my question is, if you know that this is what you want based on examples, why keep anybody around that doesn't fit that mold?
Sometimes you might be enjoying it and figure it out. But I think, like I said, I'm still figuring it out. It's something I'm still figuring out. And sometimes you may go through a situation. I feel like I can be dating one person, and then I go, and let's say I'm dating two women. Just hypothetical situation, right?
Oh, it's not hypothetical for you. It's not hypothetical whatsoever.
But sometimes what I deal with over here helps me understand and better realize how to handle what I actually have over here. And vice versa. But isn't that what dating is? Figuring out what it is that you like, what it is that you need, and figuring out, how it works for you in your life with the person you're dating?
Yeah, I mean, to a degree. But I also think that responsible dating is eliminating options that you have disqualified as quickly as possible. So not just keeping people around.
I don't disagree.
But you're not doing that.
It's something I've grown to learn that I need to work on, to be honest.
Is it sex that keeps you tied?
Me being a person that doesn't want to sleep around with a bunch of different women, that sometimes that could be the case. Sometimes that could be the case.
Imagine being the option that's around because you met a man who has not qualified you to be his future, but he enjoys sleeping with you.
But what if the conversation and the place that that she's in her life as well is that's not what she deciding if she wants me to be her future wasn't the intention.
Oh, she doesn't want to be with you. She just enjoys the ride too.
What if that's your reality?
Listen, if that's your understanding, then that's a completely different situation. Then we're no longer evaluating this person for a relationship.
And being transparent, that's really how it started. Like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm also very single and dating around and trying to figure out what I want. And you don't want to be in a relationship. You're not interested in it all right now. And then but you're still kicking it, having fun. And then you realize that, okay, I actually like you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then that's where it becomes difficult to start navigating, because I believe that over time it's like, okay, now you like me a little bit more than you expected to.
Yeah.
And I don't mind hanging out with you from the same perception. But at the same time, do I feel like this is going to be the thing that lasts forever? Mm-hmm. It's TBD. Still don't understand. I still don't know.
Do you think that it could potentially be the thing that's holding you back from the forever? Like you're giving your extra time, your free time goes to her, I'm sure. So then if your free time is going to her, someone who you don't want to be in your future, is it not holding you back from attracting or finding or pursuing who could be her?
I wouldn't say that I could disagree with that.
So what do we do, Corinthian?
Got some hard conversations. It sounds like I do know that hard conversations are inevitable in these situations. Like if I find myself in a situation, anytime I find myself in this situation that we're describing.
Are you ready, Mr. Book of Love, to be in love with one woman right now?
I am. I just don't have her currently in my life. That I don't believe.
So you meet her tomorrow, and you lay eyes on her, and you just know what happens to the feeling, the stand-in right now, and how quickly does it happen?
If I'm in that mindset, it does happen pretty quickly. It does happen pretty quickly. It's going to happen pretty quickly because, especially if you say, like you say, I'm in a situation where I just know. Like,
You just know.
This is it. Yeah, I have the hard conversation. I rip the Band-Aid off, and I allow it to be what it's going to be, and I have to take that to the chin.
A woman comes to you today, and she works a regular job. Most of us do. Most people do. She works a 9 to 5, but she can get away on the weekends and travel with you, but you can only travel on the weekends. Yes or no? She can leave Friday midday, but she has to be back Sunday evening for work on Monday. Yes or no? Good fit or no?
I could deal with it for a time.
Oh my gosh.
It might be okay now, but I think overall, I think the lack of freedom doesn't work for me.
The lack of freedom. So
Lack of freedom, honestly, I'm gonna be real. In dating, lack of freedom doesn't work for me. Let me not even say I could do it for a while. No,
Okay,
lack
but
of
you-
freedom doesn't work for me.
but you like her. Okay, fair. Lack of freedom doesn't work for you. But there's something about this woman. There's a sparkle in her eye. She makes you feel a way. You've gone on 2 or 3 dates. She's been available for those dates, but you ask her, hey, let's go to Turks this weekend. And she's like, oh, I can't.
All right, cool. Let's have a real conversation about something that's actually happened because I can relate.
Okay. I feel like
right.
I need my wine for this.
I mean, it's not that crazy. So I was dealing with someone that turned into dating them, which happens to me often, more often than I would like it to. But I was dealing with someone that turned into me dating them, and she doesn't have a 9 to 5, but like that's kind of her schedule. She's a dentist.
Okay.
Like she's a doctor, and she has multiple practices, so she's very, very busy during the week. So our time together, other than maybe being able to catch dinner during the week, a late dinner if she's not too, blown from her day, is we only get to kick it on the weekend. So that was cool. I understand that based off what she does, that doesn't have to be the forever situation because she's still technically an entrepreneur. So like right now she might be working now, but like as things go on and things progress, that freedom becomes, she begins to have more freedom. So I was open to like the actually, seeing where this goes and dating her for real because I knew that freedom is in your future. Like me, I make my own schedule. I'm flexible. I do what I want when I want.
Is freedom in her future?
I think that is potential if she navigates her business correctly, yeah.
But then you are determining that, not her.
I mean, that's fair to say. I think it's more so me saying that because I understand how it's supposed to go, like from a business standpoint.
So a busy woman is not your cup of tea.
I never said that.
A busy woman who...
A busy woman who has freedom is my cup of tea.
Okay. You're dating someone. Let's call her Keisha.
Okay. It's my sister's name. It's weird.
Let's not call her Keisha.
That's my sister's name.
You're dating someone. Let's call her Stephanie.
Okay.
Is that fair?
Stephanie's
okay.
cool.
You're dating Stephanie, and you like her. You're feeling her. She is an entrepreneur. You really want her to, go and be your date to a wedding in Jamaica. It's coming up in 2 weeks. You ask her. She can't get away just for that one thing. She says, you got to give me at least a month's notice. Is that freedom or is that not freedom?
I think it's freedom, and I think she does have freedom, but I also understand. Like, I understand, because if you have a set schedule, if you have things that are already in place, then that you can't move around, then that's okay. That happens to me too.
Okay.
So I get it.
Okay. A woman who, it sounds like you lean more toward an entrepreneur. The 9-to-5 schedule won't work for you.
Agreed.
Okay. What if she's 9 to 5 and you like her so much and she's flexible? She's not in a career that she cares about. She just works a job. What's your move?
What are your goals and aspirations?
Okay, let's pretend it's us. I work a job.
Okay.
I work at Microsoft.
Okay. You shouldn't have put yourself in that situation.
I work at Microsoft, and I am a C-suite. No, I said, let's not be C-suite. Let's be manager. I'm a manager.
Okay.
I like what I do, but I like you. You like me. I'm not available a whole lot because my job is demanding. I have to go in office. You want to take me on some trips. You travel a lot. Do you travel a lot?
Not as much as I would like to at all, actually.
Well, then what does she need freedom for?
Because I'm spontaneous. I decide I want to do things that I want to do when I feel like doing them.
But you don't do them a lot. So here's one of the things that I like.
I said I don't do it as much as I would like to.
But
when I do want to, I want somebody I can be like, okay, let's go do this today.
One of the things that I want us to come to realization with is, do we really need the things that we're saying we want? Do I really need these things that I'm saying I want?
That's a very fair question.
I want a woman with all of this ability to be spontaneous. I can go to dinner tonight. I can go to dinner any day of the week. That makes me spontaneous, right? If you ask me to dinner today and it's today, that makes me spontaneous. I can say yes to that.
I mean, I think spontaneous is more of like, I might be chilling during the day and then at 3 o'clock I'm like, I want to go do this right now.
Monday I can. Thursday I can't.
I can live with that for now.
You can live with that.
I can live with
So
that.
do you really have to date a woman who's entrepreneurial?
I guess when you put it like that, I guess I don't have to.
You don't have to.
I think there's other qualities of her being an entrepreneur that also
Are attractive.
That are attractive.
Like
yeah.
what?
The relatability. You understand what that journey looks like. So, which means that in turn, you understand what my journey looks like.
But what if I am employed and I understand? I do understand because I've dated entrepreneurs.
You got to show me.
Okay, but that
You
means
got to show me that you do. You
That
can't
means
just
that
tell
you
me.
have to be willing to date her.
Yeah, I never said that I would just avoid it completely. I never said that.
Okay.
Word choice is important.
Okay. You meet a young lady at Popeye's Chicken. Do you eat Popeye's Chicken?
It's a guilty pleasure for me.
It's a guilty pleasure for me too.
Yeah, it is.
So you pull up at Popeye's, you meet a young lady, and for some reason there's a spark there. Mm-hmm. Yes or no?
Let's see what happens.
You'll get her number?
I meet her at Popeye's Chicken. Is she
No,
working at Popeye's Chicken?
She's working at Popeye's Chicken. She's
Oh no, I
taking
probably won't even think about it.
Why not? You see her. Okay, listen.
How old is she?
You're 35, so she's 27.
Nope.
She's 29.
Definitely not. The older you get, the more the answer's no. the stronger the no gets. The older you get in that situation. Because I'm not at a place where like, all right, if that's what you're doing in life, then, because what are your actual goals and aspirations? You said Popeyes. Like, that's an oddly specific choice, but that was an oddly specific choice. Because it's like, I know what they make. So I'm just like, okay, what do you have going on in life that you're not aspiring? To me, it sounds like you're not aspiring to do more. You're not hustling to do
Can
more.
we
You're
role
not going
play?
to do more. Yeah, we can always role play. I'm sorry. Did my intrusive thought just come out? Did my intrusive thoughts come out? Yeah, absolutely.
Y'all
Please.
ignore that part. Can we role play?
Absolutely.
May I take your order?
Yeah.
At Popeye's.
Oh. Oh, okay. My bad.
May I take your order?
Yeah, sure.
What would you have today?
I need a 5-piece spicy chicken tenders combo with extra biscuit.
You like them spicy
I do,
with an extra biscuit.
for sure.
Your total is $14.53.
Okay, no problem.
Now pull around.
All right, here you go.
Here's your chicken. And you look up and you're like, damn, she's beautiful. You make small talk. How would you do that?
I decide to make small talk?
Or she sees you. Let's reverse this.
Okay.
She sees you and she's like, damn. And she decides to make small talk. And she says, you look really fit. Popeyes is an interesting choice.
Well, it's my guilty pleasure. Like, I work this hard so I can eat what I want.
I believe you should treat yourself. I like that.
Do you?
How often are you at this Popeyes?
This is my usual go-to. I live around the corner.
You live in the area?
Yeah, I do.
Nice. And midday, you seem to have freedom. Are you on a quick lunch break?
Depends on the day. I'm flexible. I do what I want when I feel like it.
Okay. Hold on. Let me go check your order real quick.
All right, cool.
I come back. It's going to be like 2 seconds. Can you pull up?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'll be out. I'll bring your food.
Please.
2 minutes go by. I come out with your food. And I'm like, here's your order. Check everything and make sure everything's good.
Okay, cool.
You grab your order.
Everything looks good.
So now
I didn't catch your name.
Donnie.
Donnie?
Yeah.
Donnie, I'm Corinthian.
Nice to meet you, Corinthian.
Nice to meet you too.
I couldn't help but notice that you smell amazing. What are you wearing?
Today's Jimmy Choo.
Jimmy Choo. That suits you well. You have everything you need?
Almost.
Did I miss something?
Yeah, I need you to do me a favor.
What's that?
I want to connect with you. Take my number.
Okay. I don't have my phone, so can you remember mine or can I give you mine?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on.
All right. So here's my number.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow you on Instagram. Send me your number.
Absolutely. You go to my Instagram and you see that I am trying to build a business on the side.
Okay.
I fell in hard times. We're in a tough economy right now. I am a single mom and I make no excuses. So if Popeyes is what I have to do right now, Popeyes is what I have to do while I am trying to get this business up and running.
I found all that on Instagram.
You saw that on Instagram because I'm transparent. I share my story.
Oh, wow. All right. Okay. All right. Damn, she looks like you. So, and it's you? All right. All right. Let's see what you got really going on.
Now we move to the first date.
All right.
Are you going to ask me, why do you work at Popeyes?
No, I'm going to ask a whole lot of different questions that's going to tell me why you work at Popeyes.
And you find out that my whole department was laid off. I wasn't really responsible with money. My whole department was laid off. And while I'm waiting on the economy to shake, I just had to do what I had to do.
It's understandable.
We're dating.
We can see what happens.
So you don't need an entrepreneur.
Well, you just said she's trying to get this business off the ground.
She's trying to get this business off the ground, but today
you're trying to get your business off the ground because we're role playing.
Okay, we're role playing.
We're in character.
We're in character. I'm trying to get my business off the ground.
Okay, cool. What's your business?
I am starting a home health care business.
Really? It's funny you say that. I have a lot of friends that do that.
Are you offering support?
Absolutely.
You can help me?
Yeah, let me connect you with some really good people who are very successful doing it.
I would appreciate that. Yeah. Maybe we can get this going. My goal was to have this up and started over the next 12 months.
Okay, I think that's something you can do. Let me connect you with the right people.
Okay. I would love to see you again.
Absolutely.
When are you thinking?
What are you doing Thursday next week?
What time?
Probably around 7 or 8.
I'll just be getting off work, but I'm really spontaneous. I might smell like chicken, but I want to see you.
Smell like chicken. Crazy. Smell like chicken. You're making me draw a line. Hey, I was chilling.
But you want me to date you coming out of the gym?
Who says I don't smell good coming out the gym?
You don't smell good coming out of the gym.
Have you smelled me coming out the gym
I
before?
have not smelled you coming out of the gym, but you don't smell as good coming out of the gym as you would coming out of the shower.
I mean, that's fair.
Okay, so can you not accept me coming out from work being so excited to see you that I come straight to you?
Let's go to dinner? Can't go to dinner smell like chicken, babe.
We can go to, what's that called?
I can't.
We can go to Upbeat. Grab a little bowl.
I love Upbeat.
We can go to Upbeat.
That's a good guilty pleasure of mine. I love Upbeat.
We can go to Upbeat.
You can go to Upbeat? I mean, How far I live? How do you live in the area?
I don't.
You don't live in the area, so it's far?
And Upbeat will be closed by the time I go all the way home, change clothes. Corinthian, what do you do? Refill your glass.
That's what I'm going to do first.
Yes,
That's what I have to do first.
Because the point that I want you to get is that you don't really need an entrepreneur. I think sometimes we want brag-worthy partners. And you'd be more embarrassed about her working at Popeyes than you would be intolerable of it.
I think it's a little bit of both.
So you embarrassed of me?
I'm not embarrassed of you. I just don't want you to smell like chicken while we go eat. I think it's just a chicken.
That is a fair ask.
I think that was a big one. I think fried chicken is kind of crazy.
Okay, so you get the entrepreneur, you get the woman who's got her stuff going on, but she's busy. You mentioned that you dealt with that. You dealt with the dentist. So it sounds like you want someone who has her little business going on. She's not so successful that she's super busy, but she's successful enough that she has some flexibility.
I don't think her success level in her business matters.
Well, it does, because you want her time.
But I'm also extremely busy too, so like it kind of works.
So then we go back to that's not what you really need.
This is why I say that. I say that because I've been in a situation where me being busy is not understood. So it's, well, why can't we go to dinner tonight at 8:00? Because I actually have a call at 7:30, and then I got a meeting with a client at 9. And that's why, and that being a problem. So I've been in that situation enough times to where I think if you're just as busy and your schedule kind of fluctuates differently and you have those type of similar situations, we have a mutual level of understanding how each other's schedules are. So yes, sometimes I'm not available, sometimes you're not available, but we both get it, so it doesn't cause a rift in our relationship. That's more so where I'm coming from.
Okay. All right. I have some questions. I want to know
have
your
some
preferences.
answers. Let's do it.
Beauty or intelligence?
Which one matters more? Intelligence.
Intelligence.
Yeah. I'll take a very, very intelligent 8 before I take a beautiful 10 that doesn't
All right.
have.
Get out of here.
I'm gonna be honest.
An 8? What makes her an 8? Tell me what makes her an 8.
I mean, maybe, I guess that'd be like societal norm if I'm going.
What's your 8?
Like my 8? She's not the most, she's not, to everyone else's opinion or the mass majority's opinion, drop dead 10 gorgeous, but to me, she is.
An 8?
Can be, yeah.
An 8 is not
Because it
drop
makes,
dead
it's not,
gorgeous.
because not, for me, it's not, me saying that it's not about just how she looks. It's about who she is and everything that comes into it. So yeah. So like, all right, you got the Instagram baddie that, of course, physically 10 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Physically 10 out of 10 to everybody else. I would leave that alone to deal with a woman who's maybe not the Instagram, social media 10 out of 10, to deal with someone who's just organically pretty, doesn't have to wear a lot of makeup, just super, super dope as a person, doesn't have to be that drop dead, perfect trophy eye candy, but she's still beautiful, still gorgeous, but she's actually a good person. Like, she actually is smart. She actually has things going on in her life, you know what I'm saying, other than the Instagram baddie who's just, that everybody else wants, that looks good on my arm. I think that's more so what I'm getting at.
Okay, ladies, if you want Corinthian, you really have to be drop dead gorgeous, because he's saying that an 8 is average. If I said that a man was an 8, he's fine. Like, he's fine.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful man. There may be something like he's an 8 because he doesn't dress the best.
There you go. Yeah. It's kind of the same thing. That makes sense. I'm agreeing.
Speaking
Vice
of.
versa, I'm agreeing.
Okay.
Vice versa, I'm agreeing.
How important is it to you for a woman to be well dressed?
It is important. I will leave you alone if you can't dress. I ain't gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. You ain't got to be the best dressed, but you have to be able to make whatever you wear look good.
Does she have to be fit?
What level of fit are we talking?
You tell me.
Her health has to be important to her. Her health and her fitness has to be important to her, not from a physical aspect, but because I look at my dad, he's 72 years old, you're going to think he's 55. And that's in my future based off the way I am and how I take care of myself. So I need that to be mutual. I can't be running around saying, let's go play a pickleball and you can't walk because your hips busted. Like, I don't want to be in that position. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be in that position.
I have a busted left knee.
But we can work on that.
I just thought about all the men who are like, she cute, but her knee is busted.
No, what I'm saying is I mean it from
Listen, this left knee is tricky. You hear me?
No, I mean that from an aspect. It's like your health and wellness have to be important to you.
Yeah.
That's a must. Yeah, your health and wellness definitely have to be important to you. You
Okay.
don't have to be the strongest, most fittest thing in the gym. I don't care about that. But it has to be important to you.
Is it important to you that you work out a lot? I saw that on your social media.
Every day.
Is it every day, 7 days a week? You're
5.
going to be in the gym 5 days. Okay.
Monday through Friday, yeah.
Is it important to you that she is in the gym at all?
Yeah, because it's a part of her physical health and wellness.
Well, she eats good.
80%
She
of the battle.
walks. She eats well. She walks. But she doesn't like go to the gym or Pilates or anything like that. She likes to go outside though and get her 10,000 steps in, but that's going to be it.
I mean, I just feel like now I'm in the area where we don't connect. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're going to be like, why you got to be at the gym for 2 hours? And I'm like,
I'll be outside or
like
she'll
the way
be
I look?
outside
You-
walking for 2 hours.
You like that I look like this, right?
Yeah.
All right then. Okay.
But she looks good. You can look good and not be in the gym.
True. To an extent.
I want us to get down to what you actually need.
Okay, I get my 10,000 steps. I'm maintaining. I think I can deal with it. I think it's something I can deal with.
Okay.
Because I know that there's potential for more there. Like you're not, are you saying that you're not willing to like go do different things? Because what if I say, okay, babe, let's go, let's go do Pilates. Because I actually like Pilates. Pilates ain't no joke. Especially reformer. If I say, babe, let's go do Pilates today. Like, come on. And you say, nah, I don't want to do that. Why?
Because I don't want to. Because I don't like it. But let's go outside and walk 5,000 steps.
I mean, cool. We can hit the bell line and go walk. That's fine. I mean, that's cool.
What if she's willing to go on the occasion that you just ask her, but it's not necessarily her lifestyle. That's your thing. But I'll go with you, just like a date.
You know, it's funny. I date women that don't go to the gym as often as me too. So, but I mean, that's cool.
Okay.
I guess I can deal with it.
Do you prefer?
It just has to be important. Your health and wellness have to be important.
Health and wellness has to be important.
It does.
So if you're on a date with somebody and she uncovers or reveals that she has some health complications, she's in the gym, she eats well, but she has some health complications.
Okay.
Less interested?
No, I'm a problem solver. Now I want to figure out what are these health complications and what can we change and what can we do to actually overcome them.
Okay. Do you prefer a woman who is bold in her approach or she gives subtle signals?
I like a bold woman.
You like a bold woman?
I do.
So you're out, you're at dinner, you're at the bar, she's at the bar, and you guys are kind of like exchanging eyes, but nobody's saying anything.
Oh, then I'm going to go ahead and approach you.
You're going to approach.
Yeah.
Okay.
You asked me for preference. You asked me what the preference was. I said, if you let me choose between two, I like a bold woman. Walk up to me, yo, this is what I want. Oh, okay, cool. But that doesn't deter me from catching your eye from across the bar and saying, oh, let me go walk down on this real quick.
So you would like a woman to say, I want you.
I like it.
Okay.
It's something I like. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Because I've been told that I'm very intimidating unintentionally.
A woman who wants to text all day or talk on the phone?
Talk on the phone.
You prefer to talk on the phone?
I prefer real interactions, yeah.
Okay. Do you prefer planned dates or spontaneous adventures?
Spontaneous adventures.
Do you prefer to plan the first date, or not even the first date? We're beyond the first date. Mm-hmm. Do you enjoy planning dates?
Yes.
Are you generous?
Yes.
What does that mean to you?
Meaning, I know I'm a generous person in general, just to be honest. What does it mean to me that I'm generous? Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm being asked to give the definition of generous.
Asked to give me the definition of what generous means to you.
I believe that, yes, I'm generous with my time. I'm generous with, if I'm having a good time with you, what it costs me to do that doesn't matter. If I'm enjoying you and I'm enjoying my time with you, I will sacrifice my time that I should be doing something else for you. Mm-hmm. I'm willing to give you the time and what you want for me that I might not be willing to give to anyone else.
Are you a gift giver? As
a love language? It's literally the fifth one in that order. I know my love language is in order, actually.
No. Okay.
I'm about to say, I know my love language is in order, and unfortunately, that is number 5.
You don't enjoy giving gifts?
It's just not...
Automatic disqualification, ladies. He's off the radar. No.
So, honestly, I was in a relationship where I made it a very, very specific point that once a month, she gets a random gift. And she gets flowers once a month randomly. And I will never give flowers because I need to say I'm sorry or to make up for the fact. Or if you say I want flowers, you're going to get them, but you're not going to get them in a few days or in the same week because then it's going to come off like I did it because you told me to. Mm-hmm. But once a month, random flowers, once a month, random gift. That was like a thing and I stuck to it.
What are your love languages in order?
Acts of service, quality time, physical touch, words of affirmation, gift giving, in order.
What does it look like to offer you acts of service?
You make my life easier. Like me, I'm a person that, in my relationships, I'm going to cook more for you than you're probably going to cook more for me.
Mm. Okay, ladies.
That's realistic.
He's working himself back up.
I didn't know I was down. Hey, I am who I am. I am who I am.
He said, gift giving is last on my list. Women like to receive gifts.
I know that, but not all, because that might not be her love language.
It doesn't have to be her love language, but we appreciate gifts.
Yeah, I love flowers, I know. That's why I give them. Mm-hmm. That's why I buy them. I know.
Weekly flowers.
Weekly flowers is cool.
Okay.
That's fine.
You can do that.
I can do that.
Okay. Fresh flowers all the time.
Okay, fine.
Okay. So...
I actually have I'm a subscriber to 1-800-Flowers for sure.
Are you?
I know, they send me the text every day, yeah.
Would you rather build wealth together or keep your businesses completely separate?
Build wealth together. I would like to build wealth together.
Does that mean that you start a thing together, or does that mean that you prefer a woman who can come on into your program?
I think it could go either way. It just kind of depends on what we have going on and what we do. I think it could go either way. I think that I'm going to be an asset to whatever you have going on, and I would love if you could be an asset to whatever I have going on. And we're going to have our own separate things starting out, obviously, because we already did. But I think our relationship and how we can work together, we can start our own thing together too. Mm-hmm. So it would be a third thing. It wouldn't be I stop doing what I'm doing, you stop doing what you're doing, but it would be something that we come together on and we could do together in addition to what we already have going on.
So I strongly dislike the conversation around 50-50 in relationships.
Me too.
I strongly dislike it.
Oh my goodness. Let's talk about it.
But culture loves it.
The culture loves it and I hate it.
I hate it because I think when it's spoken about in most places, it's intended to be divisive.
Yeah.
Versus these are really just my preferences. Like, you like what you like. Like, an 8 to you is somebody else's 12. Okay. Yeah. So I don't necessarily want to be divisive here, but I do want to know what you like or what you want in terms of provision. Do you prefer a 50-50 household or a household where you pay all the bills?
I prefer a household that says it's whatever it needs to be given the circumstances. Preference in a great world, perfect world, yeah, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. But a true relationship and a true marriage, especially if you want to be married to someone, life ain't gonna always be perfect. The relationship is not gonna always be perfect, and the finances ain't gonna always be perfect. So it's whatever it needs to be at the time. And that's just kind of what I came up from. Something that I see to be successful as a successful relationship. And that's how it is. It's whatever it needs to be at the time. But the majority of the time, I got to go figure it out, which I'm going to do anyway. I'm going to go figure it out regardless. But I need the comfort level of it is whatever it needs to be. Because sometimes I might be like, look, it's like I can go make X, Y, Z happen. I just need you to do A real quick. And you got to be okay with that. Do A, B for me real quick. That's going to open up the step for me to go do C through Z. I don't mind doing C through Z. That's fine. I can handle it. Yo, I need this A, B real quick so I can manipulate and leverage it to go do C through Z.
That said.
What did that say? I don't know what that said. What that said?
Question. How do you really build wealth together?
I think it takes two people who are continuously ambitious and understand how to look at things from above. Look at it from above and understand what it's going to take to create the overall goal. I think it's going to take a lot of patience. I think it's going to take a lot of patience, and I think it's going to take extremely good communication.
Do you believe that submission goes both ways?
Yes.
So there are occasions when you're totally fine submitting.
For a woman, in certain circumstances, yeah.
Like?
Damn, that's a question I've literally never been asked before. Obviously, we know how submission goes for a woman to a man, for sure. But I think emotionally sometimes submission for a man is also important for the betterment of the woman you're dealing with. Because you have to be able to submit to her emotions sometimes in order to guide her. I think if I'm going to guide you a certain way, I have to be able to submit to how you feel and understand how you feel and able to. And I think that's an aspect of emotional intelligence and emotional maturity as a man. It's like you have to understand when you need to be soft. You need to understand when you need to feed into her feminine energy. Men and women both have masculine and feminine energy. So you have to understand which one you need to present in which situations. So sometimes your woman may be in a situation where you need to submit from the side of your feminine energy. And a lot of guys will hear that and be like, my feminine energy. And I'm like, well, bro, we all have it. Your feminine energy is just code for your emotions. So sometimes you need to understand how to submit emotionally with the woman that you're dealing with in order to better connect, understand, or guide her.
Can you see yourself dating an alpha woman, or is a non-alpha woman your preference?
You know what's crazy? I always say I can see myself dating an alpha woman. In my experience, it's been more challenging. My last relationship was with an alpha woman. Even the mutual friend that connected us said, you know what your problem is? Y'all both alphas. That's the problem. That's really y'all main problem, and y'all having a hard time figuring out when and where to submit and in order to mesh and work together. So can I see myself doing it? Yes. Is it more challenging? Absolutely. But you know what's crazy? I like that challenge. I like the challenge.
What about it do you like?
I think it keeps me on my toes. I think it keeps me sharp. It keeps me in a state where I have to think more and understand and break down and adapt to the situation, which is just something I like to do no matter what I'm doing. I like to have to think. You know what I'm saying? It just feeds me. Like being able to think and figure things out and problem solve feeds me. So I think it keeps me in that state. I think when I'm in a situation where, like, I like having a woman who just always is submissive to whatever I have going on, submissive to what I say. I mean, like, it's good, but sometimes to me that gets boring. So having a woman that, you know, is like, nah, I mean, this is what I want to do. This is what it is. And I'm just like, all right, cool. Sometimes I'm like, all right, baby. It's your world. I'm just living it. And then there's times where I'm like, look, nah, I said what I said. This is what it's going to be. I like that too. Because you know what I'm saying? Like, I like both. And this is just me being honest. I like both.
A woman who's in the spotlight or a woman who's behind the scenes?
Are we talking preference? Don't have one. I'm cool with either. I'm going to be honest. I'm cool with either. I've done both personally, and I've dealt with both personally. I'm cool with it either way.
You say that you're very honest and transparent about dating multiple women. A woman tells you, you ask her out, and she says, not tonight. I have plans with Chris.
I don't know how well I have to censor myself, but fuck Chris. I don't give a damn about Chris. I don't give a shit about Chris.
So she says,
I respect it.
I have plans with Chris. He bought us concert tickets. I'd feel really bad if I canceled on him. Can we do tomorrow?
You know what's funny? Again, in that situation, not too long ago, I asked the girl out. She told me she had plans. She actually said, oh yeah, I actually got a date tonight. And I said, that's cool. Let me know when you're done with that and you're ready for an experience that's not going to make that matter later.
Did you want her?
I did.
Or were you just trying to win?
No, I wanted her.
You wanted her?
I definitely did.
Where is she? You don't want her
dead.
anymore?
No. Honestly, she was transparent. She's like, look, I'm dating somebody. I like where it's going. I like us being cool for being friends, but like, I'm interested in someone else. I got that going on. I was like, all right, cool, baby, I ain't tripping.
Would you prefer a woman who's crazy in bed or the woman who treats you amazing?
Damn. I like a woman that treats me amazing. I'm not gonna lie. But you gotta have the other side. The other side gotta exist.
You can't get both in this situation.
Why?
Corinthian is either
Can
or.
I teach it? Can I teach it? I don't got a problem doing that. But no, for real, like for something that's gonna last, like I need somebody that's gonna treat me amazing. But damn, you can't be boring in bed. Just keep it in the bed.
She's basic in bed, treats you amazing. Are you faithful?
I'm always faithful. I always have been. That's
Forever?
real. Yeah, that's real. I always been faithful. I ain't gonna cap.
Forever?
Am I faithful forever?
Will you be faithful forever for very basic sexual connection? She treats you great. She handles business. She makes you look great in front of your friends, great in front of your family. She does everything else right, but sexually, very basic.
So the truth of the matter is, we're here to shoot an ad, and we can talk all about how we've made multiple seven figures.
'Cause we have.
We can talk all about how we've helped other people make multiple seven
sure
figures.
have.
We can talk about how we can get thousands of people in a room to talk about entrepreneurship.
We do it.
We can talk about how we create viral moments all the time. We could do all those things if we were sitting here to create an ad in the regular format. But the truth of the matter is, we just want to invite you into our circle.
Why wouldn't you want to be in a circle of people with proven success and other people that are in this circle that can really help elevate your game? It's not always about the coaches, it's about the community. But when you have them both, It's up.
Next level. So here's the thing. We have an opportunity that we're extending to you right now. We're inviting you into our circle because I know you're tired of complaining that you don't have anybody to talk to. I know you were tired of complaining about being the smartest person in your room. And I know you're really sick of not having anybody to bounce ideas off of. We can fix that.
Fix it. We can fix it. You can't fix it on your own. Stop coaching you. You need a coach that can coach you to see how you're playing on the field. So we're going to invite you to stop delaying, stop procrastinating, and be a part of a community that cares about you and can get you to that next level, okay? Right. You've delayed long enough. And make a comment below if you are a procrastinator historically. But today you're about to take action. Click the link right now. Join Donnie and I. Let us help you.
socialproofcircle.com.
I'm just gonna have some teaching to do. I'm gonna have some teaching to do. Just keep it in the bed. As long as I do a good job of teaching, we'll be all right.
Okay.
I'll teach you what I like. It's gonna be a very transparent conversation. She got to be real secure with that conversation.
Okay.
Because I've been in it before. You got to be real secure in that conversation.
Okay. You get into a really heated argument. Mm-hmm. Really heated. You guys storm out. You're not speaking. How do you solve this? Do you take lead or does she have to come to you first?
No, I'm going to take lead.
How quickly?
Very. I believe that, one, I have to nip this in the bud, and I would prefer to get the hard part out the way first. Mm-hmm. And really come to an understanding, because if we can't communicate well and come to an understanding, then how are we going to continue to grow, and how are we going to be able to be together? Mm-hmm. But no, I'm definitely going to have to take lead. I'm a person, I'm very accountable. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to sit back, I'm going to analyze where I'm wrong in the situation, what I need to adjust in the situation. And I have no problems coming to and being the person that's vulnerable to say, look, this is where I messed up. This is what needs, this is how I feel. I understand where you're coming from. I understand that this is where I messed up. Let's talk about it. I think that's a part of leadership as a man.
Would you prefer a woman who completely respects you or deeply admires you? Either or.
Respect.
Respect?
Yeah.
No admiration, but respect. Like, I respect you. It's cool that you do what you do. I respect you, though.
It's a weird trade-off. It's a strange trade-off. Never experienced that before.
There are some women who are not impressed enough to admire what you have going on. They like you. You're cool. Not even really interested in what you do for a living.
Oh, that's cool.
But I respect you a whole lot.
That's cool.
Okay. Choose the woman who makes you feel safe or the woman who excites you.
Safe.
Safe.
Yeah, I've been through a lot.
You've been through a lot.
Been through a lot. Safe.
What?
Hard for me to find. Way harder for me to find.
Safety.
Yeah.
What should a woman know about what you've gone through?
I've won. I've lost. I've won big. I've lost big. It's taken me through several different stages mentally and emotionally. I think all my growth has come from where I failed and where I've lost. Mm-hmm. And that has to be okay. It's just not something I always feel comfortable talking about with just any and everybody. Like, I'm cool and I'm content with who I am, mm-hmm. but the vulnerable things that I really think in my head when I'm sitting at the crib alone, because I've learned to become very content in my solitude. Mm-hmm. But those thoughts that go through my head when I'm, those questions, those thoughts and those conversations that I have with myself in those moments, mm-hmm. it's very, very difficult for me to share that.
Like what?
I just told you it's difficult for me to share, and I didn't want to share.
This is a safe place.
Is it?
It's a soft place.
Okay.
Like fine.
What? Just certain areas where other people think that everything's okay, and I feel like I'm failing. Like, I feel like I'm failing, and I feel like I'm continuously coming up short. And everybody's like, you're doing so great. Like, and the reality of it to me is like, you're comparing to it's kind of like, as an entrepreneur, business person, you want to be a part of the 5% of the world, right? So I know that you're comparing me to the other 95%, but that's not the percentage that I'm thinking about. I'm in the 5%. So like in the world and thinking of the 5%, I'm losing. I'm not doing well. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, compared to the majority of the world, that's cool. But see, I don't care about that.
Okay.
Because this is the world I live. I live in this 5% world. So to me, I'm not doing well. And sometimes it does catch up to me where it's like, yo, like, you kind of fucking up right now, see? Like, you're coming up short. Why does it keep happening? And someone who doesn't understand that I operate in that 5% world or mind of thinking, they're like, it's gonna be okay, it's all gonna work out, you know, you're doing great, like, just give yourself some grace. And it's like, grace didn't get me where I'm at. It just helped me be content when things aren't going well, but grace didn't get me here, you know what I'm saying? Grace of God did, but grace of myself, not necessarily.
What makes you feel like you're coming up short?
Everything doesn't always go the way it's planned, of course, as you know, as an entrepreneur. You know, you have good months. You have 1 month you're making $30,000 a month. The next month you might make 2. You know, and guess what? Your bills and your bills are 5. The bills are 5 every month.
Period.
But 1 month is 30, the next month is 2. You know, the next 2 months can be 20, $30,000 months, and then the next 2 months might be 5 and 7, 2 and 7. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way the game goes. And I don't know. We always have goals. We have goals. So I say, by this time, I want to do this. I want to be doing this. I want to be in this position. And I find myself when I don't hit that, you know, sometimes that makes me feel like I failed when I haven't hit my goals, or when those slow months, those bad months where, you know, everybody else is enjoying life and I gotta sit in the crib and sit on my hands because it's not where I want it to be, or it's not, you know, where I feel like it should be or where I need to be. So sometimes in those moments, you know, that's when, for me, that's when, you know, depression sets in sometimes.
Yeah.
For sure.
How could the woman that you're dating seriously support you when you're feeling like that? What makes you feel good? Not just like you said, it's not just, oh, babe, it'll be fine.
Honestly, that actually turns me off. It bothers me when it's just like consistently, oh, you're going to figure it out. Oh, it's going to be fine. Like, if I wanted to hear that, I'll just call my mom and my dad. That's what they tell me, because they know their son. They're like, yeah, you're going to always figure it out. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Cool. But from someone I'm dating, what attracts me about someone who may be an entrepreneur or business owner or something like that means they think in solutions. So while I appreciate the level of understanding and the encouragement of, oh, it's going to work out, it's going to be okay, like, I appreciate that. Don't get it twisted. However, on the flip side, like, that only works in the moment. But how are you helping me figure out a solution?
So you appreciate a woman who kicks into solution mode.
You know what's crazy?
Yes.
That was the biggest thing I loved about me and the last woman I was in a relationship with. I hate the word ex, by the way. But like, that was like the biggest thing in that last relationship. Like, because my best friend, like, I tell him everything, like, literally. And we talk about these things. And he was like, what is it, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, he literally says, like, bro, you can have anybody you want. You can have damn near any woman you want. Like, what you doing dating this older woman? You know what I'm saying? It's got going on. What is she doing for you that, like, really got you? Because it was a hard separation for me. He's like, what's really fucking you up about this, bro? And I was like, for the first time in a long time, like, this is a woman who not only she could be there for me more than just surface level support, like, she could help me figure things out, which to me meant she could fill my cup up just as much as I could fill hers up. In other relationships, it's, I can fill your cup all day long, but I'm left empty at the end of the day. And I realized that, like, I don't do well in a situation where you can't fill my cup as much as I can fill yours. Like, I don't do well in those situations.
Yeah. But what does that actually look like? What does it mean to fill Corinthian's cup up?
I guess being that my love language is acts of service. And in those hard times, like when things are hard and things are, everything's always going to be perfect. It's like you think in solutions. So you're looking to figure out the solution to the problem versus just focusing on the problem and just offering support. Surface level support. Like, we can figure things out. I can ask you questions that are going to help me actually solve the problem. Or you can give me something to help me solve the problem. Versus just saying, like, babe, you're going to figure it out. It's going to be okay. And it's like, yeah, duh, I ain't got no choice. Duh. I know that part. Like,
Yeah.
Honestly, please stop saying that. Because that's the given. Duh, this is the life I live. Of course I'm going to figure it out.
Yes.
But, like, what else more can you do for me besides that? Like, what else can you bring to that table in those moments when I'm just like, when I'm coming to you vulnerably and saying, like, yo, I'm just having a hard time solving this problem. Because I'm not coming with that often. I'm not coming to you saying I'm having a hard time solving this problem often. But it's hard for me to do, like, because I don't necessarily look at you as a person that needs to solve the problem. But, like, there's times where, like, I'm confused. I'm stuck. I'm at a stuck point. That happens, So I think somebody who could genuinely help me in those. I think that's that's how you grow together and build wealth together. You both have to be able to do that for each other.
Yeah.
I think that you do building wealth and building a very successful life together with someone. I think you do that a disservice when you can't do that. I think you do that journey a disservice if that's not possible.
I agree. So you want a woman who is flexible, a woman who is nurturing, a woman who is solution-oriented. Age doesn't necessarily matter to you, but you do desire children. Plainly, do you desire marriage?
Yes.
You absolutely desire marriage?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I don't want to have children if I'm not married.
Okay. And because so many people undervalue or maybe completely devalue marriage, why is marriage valuable to you? What about marriage is a value add to your life?
Other than having someone in your life that is with you unconditionally, they're here for you unconditionally, they love you unconditionally regardless of what's going on, which is basically saying that you have someone that's committed to being your safe space and your safe landing for the rest of your life. Someone who's committed to having your back for the rest of your life. I think that is the value of being married. It's the safest place you're ever going to be. It's the most unconditional place that you're ever going to be. It's the most vulnerable place you're ever going to be. In a successful marriage, it's the most vulnerable place you're ever going to be. And I don't know, just, being, obviously, my name's Corinthian, grew up Christian in church. Like, I want children, and one doesn't come without the other.
Yeah.
Just based off my spiritual beliefs.
You sincerely believe in unconditional love?
I do.
Yeah?
I do.
Okay.
I grew up with it.
You grew up with it?
That's all I grew up with.
Okay. So you are quick to forgive?
Never said that.
Unconditional love
does it mean that you
that.
have? Does it require quick forgiveness?
I think
or does
so.
it require? Okay, so I guess to an extent, I can agree with you. To an extent, I can agree with you to an extent.
Let's say the worst happens. Your woman cheats on you.
Okay.
Do you forgive that and move on, or is that an immediate deal breaker?
That's gonna be a deal breaker. Yeah, that's a deal breaker.
Well, that's not unconditional.
But you can still have deal breakers. I get what you're saying. Yes. There are two things can be true at the same time. I can love you unconditionally, but that doesn't mean I have to tolerate everything that you do. Like, I can have deal breakers. I can have boundaries because that's like the definition of boundaries. Like, I can love you unconditionally, but I still have boundaries that you cannot cross. And you have boundaries that I cannot cross. So if we're together, we're dating, one of your deal breakers is if you cheat on me, it's done. That doesn't mean I don't love you.
Yeah.
But
I love you unconditionally, but I don't tolerate you unconditionally.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Share your location or not?
In a relationship or a marriage?
Both.
In a marriage? Yeah, absolutely. I need you to know where I'm at.
We're exclusively dating. Share your location or don't.
I'll get to that point, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. If I'm exclusively dating, yeah.
You're dating someone who you're not answering the phone for hours. It's very much unlike you. She pops up at your place.
Exclusively dating or just dating? Because I've been in this situation recently.
Exclusively dating.
She pops up at my crib. I haven't answered my phone in hours and it's out of my character. I'm not tripping.
Okay, you let her in.
Yeah, I ain't tripping.
What's the best part of you?
My heart.
Everybody says that. What about your heart?
I mean, my truth is my truth. My truth is my truth.
What about your heart?
I think the way I love people and the way that I care about the people that are very important to me in my life, I think it's very, very hard to find. And I think that makes me very unique in today's world. I think I think our society is very conditional. Especially when I think our society is extremely conditional.
Yes.
And I think that's where my root of unconditional comes from. It's like the things that I care more about the intangibles than the tangibles. The tangible things can always be obtained. It's the intangible things that matter, the things that you can't change or the things that come with who the person is. So I think that my intangibles in my heart and the way that I approach and the way I view those when I'm dealing with someone else, I think that's what makes me unique. I played this game not too long ago where one of the questions in the game with some of my closest friends was, go around the room and have everybody say that what's their favorite thing about you. And I think, and the consensus from my friends to me was that I'm unapologetically myself. And I take great pride in being unapologetically myself. You know, right? By your standards, no disrespect. Like, I might not be what you consider high value. That's fine, but I'm still Corinthian. I am who I am at the end of the day. You know, I'm ambitious and I'm always going to grow. I want to be 1% better every day. So that's also true. So it's like, today I might not fill your cup. I might not be your cup of tea, and that's perfectly fine. But there's someone over here and someone out there that I am that for.
Oh, you're the whole cup of tea. And for
Cool.
clarity, I don't love the term high value. Because to think that someone is high value, that means that we have to think that a lot of people are low value. I just have a personal issue with that, but that's the conversation in culture right now. And so we have it.
I think culture is genuinely in society and social media, all these things. I think that it's actually really diminishing and making it very, very difficult to date and find a partner and find someone whom you want to spend the rest of your life with. I think it's confusing. Like, I always tell the younger generation that y'all are cooked. I tell them that all the time. Like, if you're below millennial, you're cooked. I'm sorry, like, because you didn't grow up with real values. You know, you have this thing that you grew up with that skews reality. I think social media causes a lot of men and women to live in a false reality, to think that things are supposed to be a certain way and they're really not.
Yeah.
And I mean, cool. A couple generations from now, they'll be right. You know, whatever they think will be right because it's gonna have taken over. But as long as we're still here, us being from older generations, I think as far as we're still here, they're incorrect. Like, that's just not reality.
Yeah.
You know, you live in this false reality. It's like, oh, I want a man that is 6 feet tall, benches 300 pounds, I want to make sure that he makes 6 and 7 figures a year. Sweetheart, you're literally asking for you're asking for 0.5% of all men on the fucking planet right now. And you don't even fall in the same category. That doesn't even make sense.
And that's my issue with it. We have a lot of people who think they have the ability to determine somebody's value, high value, low value, whatever, and they don't even understand value. They don't value themselves. But how tall are you?
5'11" and 3/4. I'm 6 feet. I don't care what nobody say.
You're 6 feet.
90% of the time when you see me in the streets, I'm 6 feet tall.
Are you at least a 6-figure earner?
Yes, on a good year.
On a good year, you're at least a 6-figure earner. What was the other thing you said? Can you bench 300?
400.
400.
Actually. Actually, yes.
So then it is reasonable for a woman to want that.
No, because that's not everybody's reality. That's not even the majority of men's reality. Is it reasonable for her to desire that, aspire for it? Yeah, I can't disregard that. But like, for that to be, long as you can match what you're expecting.
Well, how do you match that? The woman is more than likely not 6 feet. She's not benching 300 or 4.
In respects.
Who deserves to desire that?
You have to be able to at least compliment it.
What compliments it?
Can you compliment that?
For you, what compliments it?
Okay, if you're going to expect that, all right, let's start from the basics. You expect me to be certain height, cool, that could be your preference, but we can't determine that. That's like everybody who's be like, oh, you're light-skinned, so you're like this. Sweetheart, I did not ask to be born. Once again, like, I can't control that. I can't control how tall I am. I can't control my complexion. Like, these things that I can't control, I don't believe you can judge for. Don't judge me for something I can't control. Sorry. I won't respect you if you judge me based on something I can't control, to be honest. I won't even respect you.
So we sit down on a date or you sit down on a date with someone and she says, oh my God, this is so great because I've wanted me a man who's at least 5'11", who makes 6 figures and is like strong. You're turned off?
No, why would I be turned off? I fit the bill.
But she's judging you based on those things.
Well, she's not negatively judging me based on those
So as
things.
long as it's in your favor, and this is the problem that I have with a lot of men, people in general, because they have no issue with a woman who has certain requirements as long as they fit the requirement. We have this conversation all over the internet. Oh, women just want 6-figure men and 7-figure men.
Well, I'll finish.
And people are upset, and I think that it has more to do with the fact that they don't meet the requirement than it does that just being a general preference.
I don't have a problem with you having preferences and requirements that I am in control of. Oh, well, you're not 6 feet, so I don't want to do it. I mean, that's fine. Like, that's cool. Cool, I ain't your cup of tea. I ain't tripping. But at the same time, it's like, if you're ruling everything out because of that, I mean, that's your life. You decide to live it how you want to, but you'll be surprised on how much you can miss because you're worried about something that somebody can't control. Now, if it's something someone can't control, a man can control what he makes. He can control his health. He can control how he looks. He can control, his physical health. These are things he can control. He can control his relationship with God. He can control these things. Mm-hmm. So those requirements, those are fine with me. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't like light-skinned dudes. You know how many women have told me that they don't date light-skinned men and this is their favorite place in the world?
You?
Absolutely.
You're their favorite place?
You'd be surprised. I only date dark-skinned men. I don't do light-skinned men because y'all like this. And then after some time and they done dated me for a while, they're like, wow, I would have missed out on this. And I'd be like, yeah, I know. I told you that. I know, I told you that. But seriously, because it's like, focus on the things that, once again, focus on intangible things. Focus on things that can be controlled. Mm-hmm. Focus on things that can be controlled. And I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. Mm-hmm. Like, focus on the things that a person can control. just like I'm going to focus on things you can control. It's like, do I like women that are taller? Absolutely. Do I date women that are shorter? Absolutely. Well, it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like it, but that doesn't mean
something that you
I'm
like
not gonna...
that's not really realistic? We talk about all the time. We always talk about what women want and how unrealistic it is to want the 1% and the 6 foot and this, all these things, right? Because there's only so many available men. What's the one thing that you want that's unrealistic?
For me?
Yeah, for you.
Personal preference. I think whatever I want is realistic. But no, in all seriousness, what's one thing that I want that's unrealistic? Honestly, I don't know how to answer that question.
You believe everything that you desire is realistic?
I think it's attainable.
Then it's the answer. There's
It's
nothing.
attainable.
What do you think then, generally speaking, that men want that's unrealistic? It's as unrealistic.
Generally speaking? Okay. Generally speaking, I think it's unrealistic for a man who, I'll give an example. Would that work?
Yeah.
Okay. I think a man who doesn't have strong values. I think a man who doesn't focus on their health and wellness. I think a man who's not focused on growing to be better and aspiring to go be a general provider across the board. And that's why I say across the board. That's mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, across the board. If a man is not doing that, I think it's very unrealistic for him to want what we consider, or even what I consider, or society considers a high value woman. I think that's unrealistic. I think it's unrealistic for you to want to date a society norm 10, 8, anything over 5, 6, to be honest, if you as a man aren't striving and growing and working towards being those things as well. I think that's unrealistic. I can't want you, and I mean you, Donnie Wiggins, I can't want you if I'm not willing to be where you're at and meet you where you are in life. I can't want you. That's unrealistic. So all these guys who ain't got nothing going on and they're sitting at the house doing absolutely nothing every single day, but you want the Instagram baddie who makes a lot of money, you know, who's an entrepreneur, that's unrealistic. I think that's unrealistic. I think that's just as unrealistic as a woman who got 3 kids by 4 baby daddies. I know that's not true. You know what I'm saying? But like you got 3 kids, 3 baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing going. All you living off of is the child support that each one pays you. But you want a man who makes 6 figures, is successful, and has the freedom to do whatever he wants in his life. And you want him to take care of you. That's unrealistic. Because what are you giving him? What are you providing to him on the back end? Like, how are you meeting him where he is to compliment him? Same thing, vice versa. Like, what am I doing to compliment you? How can I add to your life at the same time? So if I can't add to your life, it is unrealistic for me to want that. Simple as that.
Do you believe that as a man, you should earn more than a woman?
I don't think it matters, but for me personally, I mean, I like to be in those types of situations, but I dated, my ex made way more money than me, like way more money. But you know what I knew she respected me for is that was never a factor in our relationship.
So you were secure.
I still paid for all of her dates. I still took care of things. Now, did she do things because she could? Absolutely, for sure. But I'm not leaning on that. As a man, it's like, I'm going to be a man. And I think that made her, I think that's what really brought us together, because from the surface level in the beginning, everything was just like, whatever. But until I think she started to see some of those qualities, I think that's what made her actually fall for me for real.
You are, from what I know, you are a serial entrepreneur. You are definitely about your business. You have your head on straight. You are a high income earner. What does a woman have to do to capture your attention? Just right now, you're just out and about, the grocery store, the gym, wherever, your nightclub, your restaurant, women want to know, what do perceived high value men want? What captures your attention?
What captures Corinthian's attention? One, your physical beauty. And I don't mean what you look like once you spent $200 getting your face done. Like, I don't care about that. It's physically, I want to see that you're beautiful and comfortable with your own beauty. That's number one. Number two, I want to know that you do have your head on straight. You have real morals and values. That's what really matters to me. Everything else, like I said, if it's tangible, figure all of that out. Even if you're not the most fittest, but you care about your health and wellness, we can figure that out. I can work with that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be, just like someone I want to work with, you got to be teachable and coachable. You got to be teachable and coachable. But I feel like when you're dealing with somebody you care about, it goes both ways. Teachable and coachable. It sounds funny when you say it out loud, but like, if I can teach you who I am and what I need and what I want and what I'm looking for, and you can teach me because this is what happens when you learn a person. I'm just being blatant and blunt about the fact.
Yeah.
Like when I'm dating, it's like you're teaching me who you are, what you want, what you need. Meaning, am I coachable enough to be able to adapt to it and give you just that? Mm-hmm. That same thing. It's just funny. It just sounds funny when you say it talking about dating. It just sounds crazy when you say teachable and coachable.
You got to be teachable and coachable. But I agree with that. I think you have to be adaptable and willing. Mm-hmm. Final question.
I guess in dating, that is how you say it. Adaptable and willing.
Adaptable.
It's adaptable and willing in dating.
You got to be willing and adaptable, flexible, all these things. Where are you guys? Where are you hanging? Where somebody's watching this and they're like, I like him. But there's only one of him. Where do men like
For
you?
For sure, only one. 1 Corinthians, no second. Not till I have any kids. Not till I have a son. And that's a deal breaker.
Where are the men like you hanging out?
Men like me, where do we hang out? You know what's crazy? I don't think there's a specific place. I'm wherever I'm having a good time, wherever I want to be. That could be, cool. I'm at nice restaurants because I like the food. I'm a foodie, right? I don't think that there's how do I go meet a man like him? I go hang out here and he's going to pop up. Go where the energy flows. I'm wherever the vibe is good, organic, and genuine. Mm-hmm. That's where you're going to find me. Mm-hmm. If it's boring and surface level and too, what's the word I'm looking for? If it's boring, surface level, and too fake, I'm probably not there.
Okay.
So you're not going to find, for fun, every once in a while, you might catch me in your local club having some fun popping bottles. But honestly, if you see me outside where everybody's standing on couches on their phones, not having a good time, it's probably because someone dragged me there. I ain't there by choice. Okay. I'm in a place where people are networking, they're meeting each other. The flash doesn't matter. I can actually have good conversation and build organic relationships. I don't like being in places where I can't have conversation and meet people. I'm not there. You can find me at your local farm. You can find me at the farmer's market.
Okay, farmer's market.
You can find me in the gym. Yeah, I only shop at the farmer's market for sure.
Okay.
But you can find me in the gym. You can find me at the farmer's market. In the nightlife scene, like I said, if it's not a place where you can really just connect and meet people, you can find me there, all over the city because I got a lot of friends that own places. I usually be at their spots or mine. That's where you can find me, or you can just hit me on the gram and be a vibe.
He just made an invitation, ladies. Hit him.
Last time I did that,
DM him.
Sheesh, the last time that happened, crazy. Because I don't believe in dating apps either.
Oh, I love a good dating app.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? I
I
cannot
never really
do it.
date from them, but I like to be on them.
Okay. Okay. Now, yeah, please make this make sense.
So for me, it's like people watching.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like people watching. I'm not like on the scene all the time. I'm not out and in the streets, but I do if I am out.
Last time I saw you was out.
You saw me? Mm-hmm. Where?
I don't want to give away some of your spots, but
You can give it away.
You're high society, actually.
I was at high society.
My bar is behind high society, so yeah. I was there.
I was at high society, but that probably was my only time being there. So I'm not anywhere.
You was in the cut. I just saw you. I was like, oh, I know this, but okay. I saw you. I said, oh, shit, okay. First time I saw you in person, I said, okay, cool.
Okay. Well, that was a cheat. I've never seen you in person before.
You weren't paying attention.
Anyway.
He wasn't paying attention.
I like the idea of utilizing dating apps like for people watching. Now, I will match with people, but the moment it gets to like, okay, so what's your number? Let's talk. I'll ghost you.
Why?
I prefer to date. First of all, this is about you, not me. But I prefer to date people who I fear dating strangers. Like complete strangers where nobody knows you and there's nobody who can like validate your existence. It makes me so nervous.
I can understand that.
So the men that I have dated, like in actual long-term relationships, they are people who usually somebody said, you should meet my friend. Mm-hmm. Or there's somebody who has plenty of mutual friends with me that I can say, hey, what's up with him?
So how many of those have been successful?
That's a really good question. And because I'm single, I say that 0 of them have been successful as far as getting to marriage, but they've been successful based on where I was at that time.
Okay.
Yeah. Based on where I was at that time and the capacity that I had at that time, I wouldn't say that they were unsuccessful. I would have to say that generally speaking, I have dated more great men than I have dated not so great men. I mean, obviously there's been like 1 or 2 that have snuck in there, but I date pretty great guys. Okay. It hadn't ended in marriage for, significant reasons, or several different reasons. My last actual serious relationship, I changed. I became a different person.
I've been there before.
Yeah, I became a different person, and I think it was difficult for them to deal with. My visibility changed. My popularity changed. The core of who I was didn't change, but that specific man wasn't interested in dating the woman who
that you were becoming.
I was becoming, and I respect that. And that just kind of was what it was. And then since then, when you are highly ambitious and you're responsible for a lot, you have different priorities. And people have to we have to fit into each other's program. I
genuinely agree with that.
Yeah. And if a situation looks like it can threaten my stability and what I'm responsible for, I'm cool. Yeah. And if it also looks like it can't contribute to what I'm responsible for and I can't contribute to what he's responsible for, I'm also cool.
Yeah.
So, it's been a minute.
The logistics.
It's the logistics. And there's been seasons where I have dated, I'm always dating marriage-minded men. I can't think of a time, well, I can, but in recent times, I can't think of a time where I was dating someone who wasn't necessarily marriage-minded. Mm-hmm. But logistically, something didn't work. There have been people, logistically, something didn't work. Mm-hmm. And that's just that. So how successful have I been in dating people that I was referred to or introduced to? I'd say very successful. Mm. I don't believe that every great dating situation results in marriage. I think there's so many wonderful people out there that everybody is not your person, but everybody has gotten me closer to identifying who my person should be.
I totally agree. And I can relate to that. Just being, honestly, it's crazy. I think once you get to a level in business and you, like you say, you're responsible for a certain amount of things and you have certain responsibilities, I think that's actually the hardest part as an entrepreneur of dating. A lot of times it comes down to the logistics.
It's always down.
Seriously though, like I said, like you asked about my previous relationship, we said this back in the beginning. Damn, I still love her, but logistics. The logistics of how it looks or how it works and how it meshes together. Like, it's important. It matters.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for our lives.
Yeah.
A lot of people can just go through it and figure it out, which is cool. But if it could damage or hold back or, if it could damage or hold back what we have going on, then, we have to think a little bit differently about it than the average person probably has to do.
Yeah. When you have a lot to lose, and when you have already lost at a significant level, which I have, my life's journey hasn't taken me on a perfect path. It's taken me on the narrow path. And there are just certain situations that logistically I'm not willing to be a part of. Yeah. And that just is the truth. That doesn't mean, though, that I don't believe that it's coming, that it's available, that it's out there. If I'm being honest, like, I think that I'm single today because I'm in the house 90% of the time. I don't position myself like, you can't just walk to my door. Amazon's not knocking on my door. DoorDash can't come to my door. So I'm tucked away.
So you think you don't put yourself out there enough?
I don't. But this is
That's
about
fair.
you, not me.
Well, you said we were going to get to know each other.
Okay.
You told me we were going to get to know each other. You said this was going to be like a date. So I said, okay, cool. So
Well, it felt like questions that you'd be asked on a date.
yeah.
Yeah?
These are questions that I would ask.
All right.
These are questions I'm going to ask. I'm asking the questions.
We're not on a real date, but
Fine.
all those things I say to say, I think there are a plethora of amazing men out there. I think there are a plethora of amazing women out there. I don't necessarily buy into the notion of how many more men or how many more women there are than men, because in conversations like this, what I realize every single time is that men who are looking for something significant aren't looking at all those options as available to him. There's somebody's options, but not his. There's a very small pool, and I think that you have communicated that as well today. There's a small pool of women that you're actually going to take to that level.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So that said, Corinthian, tell everybody how to find you.
Instagram, all social media platforms. I am Corinthian. That's very simple.
I am Corinthian.
It's the easiest way to find me. If you want my number, I'm not giving that out right now. But
Oh my gosh.
you got to come get that one in person.
Y'all go and find this man. If you're feeling Corinthian, I don't know. I think there could be a match somewhere. And will you tell me if the women are like DMing you? Can I get a follow up to that?
Yeah, you get a follow up for sure.
I want to follow up to that. That said, this is
Can we do it over dinner?
I'm sorry?
Can we get to follow up over dinner?
This is about you, not me.
That's fine. It's still about me. I just asked a question. That was just a question. That was just a question.
Now, if we go to dinner.
You can answer off camera. That's fine.
Okay. I'm going to answer off camera because this has been another amazing episode of the Exit Interview, you guys. And I think that this is the perfect time to get out of here. So I'll see y'all next week. Turn the cameras off, Zach.